Hello, good morning, traders. This is Baha Pips. Today is Monday, November 27th, 2023. It's 9:59 a.m. Eastern China Time, GMT +8. And today I'm going to be doing the weekly technical breakdown. I want to update y'all with my trades from last week's technical breakdown just to show y'all I do follow up with my trades that I do post. If you did not see that breakdown, you can view that video in my most recent uploads. You can also wait until the end of this video where it'll also pop up for you to view. I wanted to start off by checking out the economic calendar. I want to just make sure that there's no crazy high impact news, no black swan events that is going to manipulate my price action for this week. So I just want to look at the next few days ahead. I'm just looking for specific events such as interest rates or any type of central bank meetings that are red folders in the euro or USD primarily. Let's see. All the way to Thursday looks like a very clean week to end the month. There's OPEC meetings on Thursday, not a big deal. All right, this is actually a very clear week. First one I've seen in a while. There's always something going on each week that kind of affects the flow of the market, but in the past several weeks, but now it looks pretty clear. So that's good to see. I want to check out one more. I want to check out my economic calendar on Forex Factory, just because I like to use a couple calendars at least. So just give me a moment. This is Monday. US tonight, I have some high impact news. Just trade around that if I am day trading the US session. And basically, I do this before my swing trading. And it also helps me for my day trading as well because I'm alert ahead of time if there's going to be high impact news during the session that I trade. Today I have a pretty busy day, so I'm either going to trade the London session if I'm home early, or I will trade the US session if I get home late. But it looks pretty clear to me. I don't see any high impact for the Eurozone that's going to affect price. And we can get to the MT5. All right, here's the MetaTrader 5. And for those of you that know my breakdowns, I like to use the MetaTrader to analyze my swing trade orders because TradingView is cool and all, but you have to adjust the charts all the time. And to me, I'm old school, you know, call it what it is. I do use TradingView for my day trading markups, but for swing trading, there's just too many pairs, and I'm old school, like I said. So I like to get through this video as quick as possible and give you all the details. So I want to start off with US 30. Those of you that know my analysis breakdowns, I do not swing trade Euro USD. I save this pair for day trading only, which is why I have the minute chart popped up. And as of now, we are currently in Asian session, so there's nothing for me to analyze on that right now, not until at least London session. So US 30, this was a trade I took last week. For those of you that do remember me taking this trade, I have the same orders. I did trail my stop loss, but I'm going to trail it up more in front of you right now. So right now I'm risking about 105 USD. This is about almost a fifth. So I'm risking about 0.2 R. Before my maximum risk was 1 R. Now I'm risking 0.2 R. I was able to scale the price a few days ago. And those of you that can see now, I'm going to scale it up more. And basically what I like to do is I like to put it right below this bar a couple days ago. You can see right here on November 23rd. I would like to put my stop loss right below this, because now if price does go and reject this current bull rally, it's going to be giving me some suspicion. It's going to be indicating that the buyers are getting a little weak, and we may encounter either some reversal, some chop, whipsaws, or a long-term or a longer-term congestion, in which all four of those type of conditions I do not like to trade in. Right now, we are trending pretty clean to the north side, and my target has not been reached yet. You can see my target is still at 35,801, which is right above July highs, and I would like to see price go up, surge past that high, just taking out these stops right above, and that would be beautiful. I'm going to put the cross here where I can show y'all. So there's stop losses all up here, because there are long-term sellers, people that wanted to sell resistance or whatever reason. There's hundreds, thousands of reasons why people sell up here. I don't know exactly why, but collectively, these sellers all have stop losses. Where do you think? Right above their orders, right? If not, a lot of them don't even have stop losses. They might just place 100% of their account. Amateur traders, and they could be in the money, and now they're pretty much sitting that little below break even. All it takes is a little bit more against them for them to blow their accounts. So you have all these types of traders that are sitting here, and you do have professionals that do have stop losses right above as well. That's what I'm referring to mostly when I say stops above. But you also do have amateurs that went all in, that they can't carry the weight of their risk that they took, and they were gambling whatever reason, and yes, the pressure is going to unfold, and that's why I have this target right here. After that, I would like to see price surge on further with a nice pullback, and then if I see a trend continuation, I'll take that. If I see a reversal back down, I'll also look into that. So that is US 30 in a nutshell. Now let's move on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin still in that congestion. I'm looking at the daily chart when I'm looking at this, and as you can see, Bitcoin's been congested since the beginning of November. So it did have a nice bull rally. I did have that breakdown. I did collect profits, and ever since then, I didn't hit my 2 hour target, by the way, but I did collect some decent profits of at least 1 hour, and then prices kept on chopping to the side, as you can see. This long term congestion, nothing critical. I'm not bearish at all, and there's no warning signs that this is going to reverse anytime soon. So that's a good thing for Bitcoin, but it is also telling me that we shall wait until these highs are taken out, 38,416. I would like to see price surge on past those highs and create some sort of new uptrend, because right now this uptrend that's been going on since October, it has died down and is currently over to me. So I would like to see a new wave continue to the upside, and then I will look to trade that or not. That's Bitcoin. We're going to go on to Volkswagen. Volkswagen has been a very interesting moving pair. As we can see, there was a nice bottoming pattern moving up north. This was earlier this month, and then we just kept on going down. And as of right now, we're still struggling to break past these highs of 110.93. You can see those highs were set in October, and we are struggling to break past those. And I'm a little concerned because price did not break past there, and then we have a pullback, and we are currently in a little minor range where we can see. Uh, I'm not too concerned about these highs though. The highs that I am looking at is right here, 115.60. So if we do have a nice little rally, I'm going to show y'all right here. We do have a nice little rally above 107, 108 preferably, then I would look for potential buys. But as of right now, we don't see that. The weekend is over. So once the London session opens, I'll be able to see where this gaps. It could either gap up and we can pass that 108.32, triggering buy orders. I'll possibly look for a long, depending on everything else. Now, I would like to see the stop loss size smaller than the previous wave. So right now that's about 30 points, and I want to see this last wave up, see how large that was. That's about 67 points, and to me that's a solid two. That's a solid 2-to-1 ratio. So more than likely, I will be looking for a long order if we can pass 108.32. I'll update y'all as the week go on. Let's check out GBP USD now. I like to look at the 4 hour chart when it comes to Forex. Let's see, GBP USD has been on a nice bull run, nice rally up, but we have not been triggered into a buy order just yet. So I will just wait for this pair. That's all I really got to say about GBP USD. Nothing really crazy yet. It doesn't even look like the pair is moving. If y'all can see right here, give me a moment so I could just. It is moving, right? Yeah. Give me a moment. It's Asian session, so you can see how it's barely doing anything. Like it's moving, but it's very slow. But either way, I don't see a good setup just yet, but it is looking like a possible bull rally north. What I would like to see, it's a little too late for today, but maybe tomorrow we pass 1.26200, or maybe we start pulling back a little bit more and then we start to pop up tomorrow morning. So in like 24 hours from now. But as of right now, I'm not interested in a trade on GU just yet. I'm gonna let the price mature. Let's take a look at USD CHF. Now, I did take a loss on this pair last week. I was actually bearish, and then my stop loss was triggered out. We can see that huge spike, possibly a news spike, but at the same time, it was just a lot of congestion. So I got out of that trade. I took a loss, and as we can see, it was a small loss of 1R, but price just kept congestion all throughout Thanksgiving. And here we are starting to break lower past that congestion band. But at the same time, I do not have enough selling momentum to the downside to trigger me into a short. So I'm going to sit on my hands and wait. I don't have a trade for USD CHF just yet, but I'll wait. US dollar Canada, same thing happening here, or very similar. We are in a medium term congestion. I'm going to highlight that right now for y'all so we can see that price has been moving sideways for quite a while this entire month. Boom, 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 boom. And now we just peaked below 1.36259. So I don't have a trade yet. I don't have a setup yet. I'm going to leave this one alone. I'm going to get back to it later. Let's take a look at GJ. I don't see anything triggering. Looks like we just recently broke monthly highs, and that's all I could really say about this pair just right now. So you have monthly highs set right here, right around 188.226, and we can see that those monthly highs are currently being tested and rejected. So the buyers are not as strong as what it's telling me, but I'm not interested in selling it yet unless we can have some more selling pressure to the downside, preferably knocking out 187 lows and then a nice little pullback with a continuation back into the older range. And that can go down as low as 184.350 before any major conflict. That's kind of what I'm looking at if I'm going to go short. If I'm going to go long, though, I do not like this type of long. I would need to at least see 189, 110 reached before I consider taking any type of long, just because the breakout was weak and the pullback is already back into this older range that we can see right here. I classify a range of 3 waves or more of similar size. We have 1, 2, 3 waves, similar size, and we are currently in a range. So I'm going to leave that one alone, and I'm going to get back to that another later date. Take a look at NZD-CHF. Very similar is happening here. We are in a range. We can see that it's been ranging since beginning of November on the 4-hour chart, and it's had multiple waves of similar size, and neither of them has successfully broken out to the upside. And so I'm going to leave this one alone as well. Also, I want to take note on this type of range. So we had a break in. So we had those of you that know about my strategy with the break in. Basically, it's a failed breakout. So we have a breakout. It came back in, the pullback, it triggered, and it failed multiple times. So I do not think that this is going to go back down into the lower end of the range. I do believe that this trend is in conflict, but at the same time, I do also believe that we are on our way up. The buyers look much stronger than the sellers right now. And after seeing multiple shorts fail, I do believe that all it takes is one nice thrust back to the upside for me to look for a potential long. Now, I would need to see these highs of 0.53930 taken out before I take any type of long order. So right now, the buyers are still too weak for me to consider taking it long, but these are magnetic levels, and these are going to need to be taken out before I consider a trade because we are trapped under these significant highs. Now, if they weren't so close to these significant highs right here that we're currently testing, 0.53794, then I wouldn't mind. But since they are very close, I need to see all of this taken out. Because if this is taken out, but it's still under here, it's going to cause some conflict, and I don't like that. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go on to Aussie dollar next. And nope, nothing on Aussie dollar. It's a slow morning, as y'all can see. So if I see anything kind of like last week, I'll take the trade. If not, I won't. LVMH, I don't see much happening here. We can see that it is congested. We are in a range, and I don't like that. So LVMH, I'm also going to leave alone. Let me move this so y'all can see the range. I'm going to highlight the range in front of you. So we have, similar. Those of y'all that can read wave size, we have 1, 2, 3 waves, similar size, and it's struggling to break higher. And we do have 736.60 that needs to be taken out. I'm not really concerned about that high. I'm more or less if we do take out these highs of 726.38, I'm going to be looking at the next resistance at around 772. So there's plenty of upside potential for this long, but we are congested and it does not look good for this pair. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let's go to Air France. I told y'all last week that I was not interested in buying it, and there you can see it actually did go down. So if I bought it, I would be out the money or I would have a full loss. So good job not taking the trade on Air France. USD JPY, I'm looking at this pair. I don't see anything good. It looks like they did have a nice strong bull rally, but it failed. We can see right here, there were some buyers that stepped in, like right here. This is a very powerful uptrend. There's a pullback, and then there was a nice little continuation right there. You got a stop loss of 50 points. You'd be aiming for at least 100 points northbound, and price only went up about 30 points before it started congestion. Now, this uptrend is still intact, but it's very weak, and I do not like it, and I do not want to take this trade. If I had a trailing stop loss, I would definitely apply that trailing stop loss already, and because price is already triggering towards the downside, and that is pretty much it. I would have actually have had it right around here, 149.253. And yeah, we're just a little congested, just like most other pairs, just a bunch of congestion. You can see it right here. And so pretty much I need to see the highs of 149.79 taken out before I consider a long order. And that's it for USD JPY. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia, we were at some yearly resistance, and it was also in a longer term range. This is what I call a long term range because, as you see, it's been going on, been testing that resistance this entire year. We can see multiple taps, the upside and downside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 taps. And let's see how many times it tried to break higher once. It failed, twice it failed, 3 failed. Now it's on its 4th time up. I don't want to be the lucky guy and guess and make a gamble that it's going to break 506 yet, but I do believe that it could possibly happen. Right now, though, if you are not strictly bullish and you have a neutral bias, you can see another setup that is currently possibly happening. If we zoom in, we can see that there's a possible RT, meaning it's a reversal pattern about to happen back to the lower side of the range. We can see that the buyers were weak all the way up to current price. We had a swing high, which failed, and now we are currently pushing back into that older range. So if I get more bearish selling pressure and then I see a nice little pullback, I might go in for the continuation short. That is for Nvidia. But one thing I want to remind y'all of is that I do not short stocks. I only short Forex. And so I'm going to look for longs just because historically stocks tend to rise a lot more than they go down. So, unless we're in a major bear market, as y'all can see, it does rise most of the time. And it is on a strong uptrend still, even though we are currently undergoing some little faults. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, it's like it's a little confusing, but it is a little bullish. But at the same time, this is a big whipsaw candle that hit at 235.41. You can see that price did take on off to the upside, but as of a day or two ago, or as of Friday, see right here, hover this over the candlestick, the history, or don't show it. Usually it's supposed to show me the history of the candlestick, but y'all can see right here on the 22nd. So that was not Friday. Interesting. That's the 24th. We had Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. That's Tesla. Take out Meta. Meta looks pretty bullish, but at the same time, not a big fan. Explain why. We broke these highs with the pullback that occurred. It was right on the cusp of these highs, and then we took off. So to me, I don't like that. I like to see a breakout of the highs, and I like to see a clean push on up. So I need to see more buyers step in before I consider this a bull rally. I think it might go back down, and if it does continue up, I need to see more buyers step in. Right now, the buyers are not that great, magnitude and velocity wise. So I'm gonna leave that one alone as well. So lastly, let's take a look at CAD JPY, in which we do have a nice bull rally, but it's undergoing a pullback, and we don't know when this pullback is going to end. So I'm going to leave this one alone as well. So there you have it. I have 0 trades as of today. I'm neutral on most pairs as of right now, and the only open order that I have is my US 30 that is currently in the money. So those of you that are speculating, y'all can see how I trade. I have my trailing stop loss applied right below this order. So I'm taking home at least something. Let's see how much I'm risk. I'm taking so I was originally risking zero point 0.2 R. Now I'm taking home at least 0.2 R. Worst case scenario if price does go against me. Those of you that can read price action, y'all can see that the past multiple 4-hour bars has been extremely weak. What is this? It's barely moved. All these 4-hour bars, it's barely moved. Same thing here, it's barely moved. This is weak as well. So this entire past couple weeks, we've had weak movement towards the upside. So that's indicating that the buyers are getting weak. For me, I like to see pressure like this. You see, boom, 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 almost near vertical move up. Once I start seeing it move sideways or the bars get small and congested, I don't like taking those type of trades because I'm going to lure myself into a potentially bad order. But that's it for y'all. I broke everything down in about around 20 minutes. It's been one of my quickest videos, breakdown videos I've done. And yeah, just show y'all that my consistency is getting a lot better week by week. I'm able to read my price action and understand my system a lot more fluently. And that's what happens when you stick to your system, stick to your trading plan, believe in yourself, and don't give up. There's going to be rough times in your journey, and it's up to you. Ultimately, you are responsible to fight through those rough times. You have to continue to push through. You have to continue to do your damn best to perform well each and every day and every week. And if you do take losses, you have to come back stronger. You have to just fight, keep fighting. And eventually, things are going to come very clear to you. You're going to know when to trade, when not to trade, and you're going to be able to just be at peace of mind. If I was only a swing trader, this would be my day. 22 minutes later, because this video has been recording for about 22 minutes. 22 minutes later, I would be done with my week. And yeah, I would follow up. So if I do see setups, I'll probably check the charts for like 5 to 10 minutes each day. So that's it for swing trading. It's very passive for me nowadays. And yeah, I just manage my positions. So that's why I like day trading too, because I am an active person. So I like to actively do something throughout my week. So if I did swing trade, I, you need a larger capital, and yeah, you need to be able to manage that a lot differently. But that's it for today. Hope y'all have some great insight, and I'll update y'all on my website. It's 1minutetraders.com, and you could click on the Forex stocks tab, and you can view my videos there. And yeah, just follow up on my social medias and links below in the description box. And yeah, have a great week and trade safe.